Testorino. Testing the microphone. Water. Hydration is a good thing. Stay hydrated, and nothing will go wrong. Hello, I am Connor, Conrad, Foxy Brown, and other retarded nicknames that I gave myself. Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Piss, is what I will be playing. And frankly, I'm not too excited about this. I have not played Dark Souls 2, let alone Scholar of the First Sin, in I don't even know how long. I was a huge fan of this when it first came out. I got it on my 360 and I played just the ever-living shit out of it. Just hours of time wasted on this game. And then I picked up the Scholar of the First Sin version because I had a PS4 and nothing to play on it, so why not get, you know, one of my favorite games on it. For those of you who don't know the difference between the vanilla and Scholar of the First Sin version, Scholar of the First Sin added a lot of new items. It comes with all 3 of the DLC expansions, and it changed up a lot of things, including item placements, enemy placements, all that stuff. For better or for worse, I can't remember, so... new Gamerino. I'm not looking forward to this at all.
Perhaps you've seen it. Maybe in a dream. A murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing.
I don't give a shit. The opening cinematic to Dark Souls 2 goes on for way too fucking long, with like no context to any of the events, or like it doesn't show you any of the adversaries you gotta fight, like in 1 and 3 did, where it shows off these are the big boys you gotta go kill. I do not. It looks nice, I'll give it that, but it's just so pointless. It's just like, you gotta go on the old lady is just like, you've got to go on a quest because reasons. Yeah. Oh boy. Ah, shit. That should be better. I don't want the game's audio to be over my own talking. Rat dogs that don't actually attack you unless, like, you straight up provoke them, I guess. I don't remember exactly. I do remember there was something over here. Yeah, it was. Shit. I can't do that. Also, this is like the only game in the entire Souls series where you don't get to make your character before you start playing. Like, you have to do this opening shit before you even make your guy. Which is, like, Dark Souls 2 tried to do a lot of things different. Some worked out well, some did not. One of the things they implemented in this game was the art of dual-wielding weapons.
What seems to be the run?
Which, fuck off, old ladies. Which, dual-wielding weapons was always something I wanted to do when I first got the first game, but that was never implemented at all. So if you wanted to dual-wield anything, you'd have to do, like, this awkward, like... it just didn't work. And then in 2, they added dual wielding as like a huge thing. Like in this game, you can dual wield anything you want as long as you have the stats for it. I can't remember the specifics of it, but you needed the correct stats in order to enter the power stance for dual wielding. That's the thing, power stance. Which was you would have 2 weapons in either hand, and then you would hold down triangle, and you would enter a what was known as the power stance, which changed up how your moveset was because you were dual wielding weapons. And I liked that. I thought it was a very neat way to see how different weapons had a different moveset for when you were in power stance. I enjoyed that. And then 3 comes along, and they kind of throw that out of the window. Power stancing is not a thing in that game, but they have like quote-unquote paired weapons where they are dual wieldable, but it's restricted to that set of weapons, because like the Farron Greatsword, where you have the Greatsword and then the dagger, but you aren't dual wielding, or the 2 katanas or the sellsword twin blades, like you dual wield those, yes, but it's not the same. Like what if you wanted to dual wield a great axe and a greatsword? You can't do that. But in the second game, you could dual wield whatever the heck you wanted as long as you had the stats for it, and I really appreciated that about 2. I'm not shitting on 3. I think the paired weapons idea was okay. I don't think it was great. I don't think it was very implemented. And the amount of paired weapons in the game, if you exclude the DLCs, is very limited. Just give our guy a name. Get into the game, Big Boy, because I'm going to be running a strength character, and I don't want these old ladies laughing at me while I'm naked. Oh my god, yeah, another complaint I have about Dark Souls 2. All of the starting classes are shit. All of them. All of them are terrible. Look, in this one they start you off with a broken sword. Why would they do that? Dark Souls 2's, like, for one thing, it wasn't actually directed by Miyazaki. It was directed by 2 other dudes. And this was when Dark Souls 2 became not exactly mainstream, but it was more in the public eye. And it was in the public eye as like, oh, this game is so hard, and you're gonna die all the time, and that kind of ruined this game in a sense, along with its marketing. Same thing with 3. You know, 1 it was just like in 1 it was like you have to accept that you're going to die a lot, and that's a part of the gameplay, is dying, learning, and then eventually overcoming challenge. In these games, it was just like, oh, it's hard. You're gonna die, but get used to it because it's Dark Souls. Like, I hate that. I do not like that. But, this is like the only good starting class. It starts you out with 2 weapons, a good armor set. I love the Wanderer set. But yeah, the other ones just kind of suck. This armor set's garbage. This armor set isn't even complete. The worst of it is the fucking Cleric. You're just given a chest piece and that's it. You aren't even given shoes. No shoes. Every other class gets shoes. Well, we're not going to count Deprived, because that's supposed to be like that. This armor set looks stupid. This is okay. The actual armor set for this is good. It's just it starts you off with just a chest piece. This one I'm not too crazy about. I like the everything's besides the helmet and the chest piece. Wanderer set is always great. That's a returning set from 1. This set looks fine. It's not great. And then this set's just garbage. It just looks like trash to me. The helmet looks like it's floating above your head. And then the armor set itself is like a worn out version of an armor set I think you can get later in the game. I don't remember. But if we're going for a strength dude, I think we're going to have to go this one. I don't exactly remember all the stats and what they meant. But yeah. Vigor is HP, endurance, stamina, vitality, equipment load, attunement. Oh yeah, adaptability. This piece of shit stat. If you want to chug Estus at a regular rate like the other games, you have to buff this up. Like this stat just you have to upgrade it. There's no question. If you want to actually make it through the game, you have to go with this stat no matter what. It determines your roll, your invincibility frames and your rolls, how fast you'll be able to chug Estus. It's just like shit. Like that's a shit thing. Like it's a useful stat, but you're kind of forced to upgrade it. Like that's just ass. God, I don't even. It's been so long. I don't remember what my actual shit was. Petrified something. I think that's what I always went with because I like to see what I got with that. We are big boy, big strong boy. We are quite muscular. Oh, this is all awful. This is all terrible. Even they limit your options so. And this might be because I love Bloodborne and 3 so much and their customization options. How there's so much, but when you go back to the older games, it's like there's so little of anything. Jeez. Give him fat eyebrows. He's got to have like big everything because he's a big, beautiful boy. The handlebar. This just makes him look sad. Like he's got a clear kind of smile, but when you put the beard on, it's just like melancholy. Is that the right word? I don't know. We'll go with the handlebar because that makes him look joyous. He's a big, big, beautiful boy. Oh yeah, this game also introduced all the fucking tattoos, as garbage as they are. But if you like increase them to the maximum size, they kind of look like war paint, which is somewhat redeemable. Make them like that, or I don't know. Well, that's a good color. I like that. I like this, but I hate it. I love creating characters, but this is just so limited. That looks good enough. I'm not gonna take too much time on this. If I was playing the other games, I would probably end up taking an hour on character creation alone. And that's something I don't think I really want to. I really want to do. We got older features. He's very masculine because he's a big, beautiful boy. Oh yeah, and in this one, instead of you don't see the actual progression when you slide it. You have to slide it, stop, and let it load. I remember I hate that. I hated that so much. Because like, let's send it all the way, and oh, Jesus Christ! Like, you see what I mean? You gotta like give it a second. I actually don't mind how this looks. You tone it down a bit. That looks fine. You have to, like, send it off so much to actually see some form of a fucking difference. Like, look how much that changes skin tone by just changing it like a few ticks. Like, yellow, then not yellow. Jeez. Ah, jeez. This is so much. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So... Wait, can we... Can we see... Ah! He's such a big boy. I don't want that. I don't want that. We gotta change that. We gotta change that. There's like, there's gotta be like an overall that we can change, right? Alright, that... No, but that's just for like colors and shit. Oh my god. That's too much. Oh no. That's like way too much. Yeah, it just gives him such skinny legs. But he's a big boy. Everything's fine. He's a big boy. How do I finalize this shit again? Yeah, there we go. Okay. I think... yeah. Is this my true self? God, no. But is it good enough? Yeah. Oh my god, that's a weird camera angle. Here we are. Gotta remember that it's the touchpad to open up the menu. Oh, there's like a clear cut off. Oh my god, look how much his ass sticks out. Look at that. Look how much his butt sticks out. This looks awful. I already regret everything about this. Oh my god, but we can't cover up that beautiful, beautiful physique. We can't cover any of it up. Because he's a big, big, beautiful piece of shit. Oh, Christ. He looks so stupid. What have I done? I never like making, like, really dumb characters in these games. I always take everything too seriously. Human effigy, this game's version of Embers or Humanity or what have you. Right, that door's not breakable. No, wait. Yeah, there we go. I'm not using it's more effective to use my bare fist than it is that broken sword. I will not use that broken sword. Like the bonfire. Now, these are like the tutorial areas. Like, you can go in the fog gates and go through the tutorial. One of them is kind of required because it actually leads to... Like, look at that. 4 hits with my bare fists. And that just murders him. Let me try this. Shit. Well, that works. But this one has like the dagger or something, and then it leads to the crows. So you kind of have to go over here. Backstabbed him with my fists. I'm tempted to make this guy like fist base, give him the cestus or something. And there's the sarcophagus that changes your gender. I don't know how that works, but I don't know why they have like 2 of those fucking ogres guarding it. But it's there in case you want to gender reassign yourself. Because that's always a good idea. To jump into a sarcophagus, and no, I don't want to emote. To go into a nice bourbon. To jump into a nice sarcophagus and just, you know, float away, come back with your parts all changed. You know, I don't even want to use a shield. Every game after 1 and stuff just made shields obsolete. Okay, yeah, I do more damage to these fuckos with my bare hands, well, gloved hands, than with a dagger. Oh. Power fisted. That was just... Why would you use a shield? And in this game, I guess you could use one and you'd still be just perfectly okay. It's just the problem of getting a shield with 100% like physical defense, which this game just didn't have. Like, I don't think any of the starting classes actually have like a shield that gives you like 100% physical reduction. And that already makes it like, well, I'm not going to use the shield because if I take a hit, I'm still going to get damaged. Like so you're better off just rolling out of the way. And then in 3, it became even worse. You can go through the entirety of Dark Souls 3, and I have, without any shields, like no use of a shield, and you'll be like 100% okay. Just because it doesn't matter. These fuckers. No, yes. Yeah. Alright. Hey! Petrified something gave us a big boy weapon. Oh! Oh, we got 2 big boy weapons! Oh, jeez. Oh, there's an item there. We are on the right track already. That's the luck. That's luck. We're already on our way to greatness. I believe that one leads to the Red Eye Orbs, which I will not be needing, because I don't think I will be invading with this guy. Oh yeah! This petrified shit stain. Right, this game had that. In 2, they have like a whole bunch of like these petrified statues of enemies, and the only way to unpetrify them is with like this fucking branch or something. And those are found like later in the game. And only a few of them you actually have to use to progress. But then there's all these other ones where like it's not even needed. This guy's trying to get past him. But like in the vanilla version of Dark Souls 2, this guy wasn't here, like at all. So I don't know why they put him there. Maybe it was because there are the 2 big ogres there, and I guess the developers thought that having those 2 tough enemies there was a bad idea, especially since they're just guarding your fucking tranny coffin. I don't know. And we burst into the world. Welcome to Dark Souls 2, fucker. Prepare to die. Yeah. Oh no, the tagline, yeah, in the marketing for this game was "Go beyond death," as if there was like something more important to like everything, and there isn't. The whole "Go beyond death" tagline was just dumb. Morning Star, Cleric Sacred Trime, and then the binoculars. Yeah, I still remember a lot of the things. Not everything, but some of them. I do like Majula. I think it's a nice hub world. Even though some of the placements of like the far off areas, like over there is the forest. The Forest of Fallen Giants. Or at least it's supposed to be, but the entrance is like right there, so it's kind of questionable how far away that shit is. Oh my god, even worse is, I'll show you, is Hade's Tower of Flame, which is like right over there. And it is not that far in the slightest. And it implies that you're going like underground underneath like all the water to get there, which is a load of horse shit. You are not doing that. That's your quest fallen guy for this game, and a lot of deaths worldwide because Dark Souls is hard, so we gotta let people know. Oh yeah, and this shit. This was on day 1 theorized so much of what it meant. Some people thought it was lore implications, some thought it was maybe an online tie to it, but it's just nothing. It's nothing. And in fact, I think when the DLCs were released, and if you got the DLC, like the game recognized you purchased the DLC, then this would give you a hint as to where to access it. I remember that. And this guy's just awful. I forget he exists. You gotta exhaust everybody's dialogue just to get a fucking covenant or a ring or an item, which is annoying. Just because, I don't know, I don't like the lore of this game. Because a lot of it doesn't make any sense. And you could say that about the entire Dark Souls trilogy in general. The information isn't given to you straight up. Oh, and this fucking guy. This is your blacksmith. He's a very competent blacksmith. He locked himself out of his own fucking workshop, despite the fact that it has several open holes in windows he could just climb through. Like, how fucking lazy do you have to be to not be able to just jump through a window and get back to your workshop? How'd you even get locked out of your fucking shop if you're supposed to be this great blacksmith? How do you do that? What kind of man does that? Oh boy. Majula isn't a bad hub world. I prefer the original Firelink Shrine and the Nexus from Demon Souls. I don't like the Firelink Shrine in 3 just because it's disconnected from everything, kind of like the Nexus in Demon Souls and the Hunter's Dream in Bloodborne. Except, well, Bloodborne and Demon Souls share a bit of tie with their hub worlds, but 3 was just, like, it's the starting area, yeah, but once you reach Firelink Shrine, that's kind of it. Because then you have to warp everywhere, which I don't like. I don't really like the warping in general. I preferred it in 1 where you just walked everywhere. Like, you got warping in the first game. You got the ability to warp in the first game, like halfway through the game. These fucking pigs. They're still no, I don't want to deal with you. And even then, when you got the ability to warp, the areas you could warp were very limited. Like you couldn't warp to every bonfire you ever lit, like in 3. You had like very limited amount of areas you could actually go to. What the fuck? Right, you give me a ring. I forget what it does. I think it increases your health or something, and then it's the whole, if I get invaded, someone will come and save me from the scary bad man coming to kill me. Which I doubt will happen, because I don't think anybody's playing this game. Then we've got this guy. As you progress through the game, this guy gets more... he's your boss armor guy. He's your armor guy. And occasionally shields, but his main thing is armor and boss armor. And, like, the more you go through the game, the more, like, smug and bitchy he gets, because he thinks he's making such a profit, when in reality we are his only customer, and he can knock that off. Like, he just goes from, like, hello, I'm very, introverted and shy, that's why I'm a merchant. And then his second one's the best, just because he's like, oh, hi, good to see you again, I've got some new stuff. And then the third one's just like, who are you? Oh, right, yeah, get some armor if you can afford it. Like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to be, like, that big of a piece of shit? But if you're not interested in any of the boss armors, kill him. Because his armor set that he drops gives you, like, 25% more souls from everything you kill. Which is very much worth murdering him over. And then, oh yeah, that's a little trick. That's a little trick I do. I don't know if anybody else does it, but I do it. The opening doors in this game is slow as shit, but there's actually a way to speed it up. So when you open a door, just spam circle and forward like you're doing a roll, and you'll just roll through the door and pop it open.
Oh,
Talking cat.
there, are we? And one without much time remaining. Just about. Not exactly. Well, oh yeah, sir. Ooh.
I skip all the dialogue because I hate every NPC in this game. So come to this fucking cat lady, I don't know, to look at how many covenants you found and your rank in them, or to abandon them, and then she sells some shitty rings. This ring is only good for like one NPC. This is a shitty way of doing online co-op with a buddy, just because it's almost impossible to use correctly. In Bloodborne and 3, they introduced the password system, which is a million times superior. This is pretty much just for the aesthetic and aggro range. This is actually pretty useful. This isn't, and then shit we don't need.
Nothing suited you.
I don't want your shit-covered merchandise, cat lady. That leads to Hades, and then we've got probably the first bad decision a new player who got into Dark Souls through 2 was joining this fucking covenant. Which is, like it's got 3 messages that are just like, oh, are you sure about this? This is gonna make the game really hard. And it's true. All this thing does is, like, increase enemies' health and shit. But, like, you get rewards for killing invaders, or... I don't know. I don't know the specifics of this covenant. All I know is that if you max out your rank with it, it gives you a ring that buffs up your barehanded damage.
Oh.
And that's like it. And I don't want to be a part of that covenant because I'm not a sadist.
Oh my.
Or a masochist. I don't know my words. I'm not very literate. I'm very illiterate. See? Bam. Words. Big words that I know of. I hate her. I hate everybody. She's the worst fucking waifu. The doll's the best. I don't care what anybody says.
Are you?
Blah blah blah. Give me my Estus. Blah blah. You gotta talk to her like fucking 4 or 5 times to get like your level ups and your flask upgrades. Seriously, you could go through this game without ever talking to her, and you'll never get an Estus flask. Or like your actual Estus flask. Like, what the fuck is that? Now I've actually got it, but still. Then again, who's gonna use their Estus flask when you've got the fucking life stones, life gems? These fuckers just... Why bother with an Estus flask when you could pop 2 of these and you'll be okay? Like, I don't... Life gems were a really bad inclusion to this game. It really does take away a lot from the Estus flask, just because... Oh man, I am gassy. Just because... Why bother using this when it takes forever, like 5 seconds to take a sip, when you can just pop one of these and no problem, you're healed. Right, we've got this stuff. So let's pop these consumable souls and then level up so we don't die immediately. I don't know what weapon I'm really going to use for this guy yet. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want him to be a strength character. Okay. Level me up, bitch. I've already got 15 strength, so I'm on the right path. Wait, 1 level? That's it? I could have sworn I got like 2 or 3. That's garbage. But this is the path I'm walking on, so let's go. Forest of Fallen Bitches. That is our first stop. I think I'll maybe just get through, at least get somewhere through the forest, and then I'll probably stop there. I'm still very new to streaming, and I don't know if I'll really upload. Well, these are already going to be put on YouTube anyways because I'm streaming to YouTube. Because I have a YouTube account that I'm more in touch with than I do a Twitch account. I keep waving my hand, but I have no camera for people to see me do that. I make a lot of gestures when I talk, so I just forget that, like, I'm not... No one can see it. No one can see my my wavy hand. Hey. I believe they gave you 5 human effigies in the vanilla. I do not remember. It's been way longer than I've played the vanilla version of Dark Souls 2 than I have the Scholar of the First Sin version of Dark Souls 2. Oh yeah. The ogre was not in vanilla. If I remember correctly, he was not in the vanilla version. And for good reason. He shouldn't be here. Oh, he already saw me. Okay. Oh boy. We're already off to a great start, ladies and gents. I should probably equip an actual weapon. Morning Star, let's go with that. Oh, well, I'm dead. Yep. There it is. There it is. Why is he there? Why is that motherfucker in one of the starting areas? Why? Oh yeah, now I'm fucking ugly. You guys, I keep pressing the wrong fucking button. That's, I don't want to do this. I don't want to play this fucking game. Get me out. Get me out! I already hate all of this. But, I don't know what it was inside me that was just like, you know what, you should play... Connor, you should play Dark Souls 2 again. You haven't played that in forever, and you played 3 and Bloodborne too much, so... Do that. Do some of this, and you'll be A-okay. And I'm regretting every second of this. I also don't like a lot of the movesets for a lot of the weapons. I mean, a Morning Star, a hefty mace, and what's its moveset? This. This is... You don't do flippy shit with a mace. You just swing it like a baseball bat and knock people's heads off. They ruined a lot of, like, the first game's weapons in this one just because of how they changed the movesets for them. I don't want to fuck with Tubby. Does he see me? I guess not. Life gem, yay. Alright. Bonfire, that's kind of pointless in terms of its location, but whatever. But yeah, this game's whole dying mechanic is, let's see, in Demon's Souls when you died you lost half your health. Half of your total health. But that could be, like, changed with a certain ring, which you got, like, in the beginning of the game. In 1, when you died, you weren't human. And so that just meant you couldn't be invaded, you couldn't summon for help, or anything like that. That was pretty much it. Also, you look like beef jerky. In this game, it's similar to 1, except you can still be invaded. You can't summon, which that's the same, and you look like this. And your health, your max HP slowly diminishes until about half your health. Which is also stupid. And then in 3 they did the Demon Souls thing, which is fine. I don't really I don't mind what they did in 3. I don't think it's awful. I think what they did in 3 with the health system is perfectly fine, just because it was somewhat, you know, optional. No, that's not the right word for it, but like in 3, if you wanted to just restore, well, not even restore, if you want to just increase your max HP, you just pop an ember, and then bam. And it's not like embers are in short supply either. As long as you, like, you can get through an area unembered totally okay. And you get embered after a boss anyways. It's very similar to what Demon Souls did. But it just, it doesn't feel like your health has been, like, decreased a whole bunch. It just feels like you lost a bit of extra health that you had. At least that's how I view it. Now, there was a Haydenite with its bitchin' ass armor set here, but in this version he is not. And instead they opted for a billion dead dudes that are getting ready to puncture my butt. God, this thing's damage is so trash. Yeah, alright, two-handing it is much better. Broken straight sword. Whoopee. Pull a Zero Lenny and I'll dual-wield broken straight swords and win the game. I don't know how he had the patience to do that, but he did it. Oh yeah, there's a guy up there. Fucker. Some of them die in 2 hits, some of them die in 3 hits. It makes the whole process confusing. Another broken straight sword. That's 3 now. The one I started with and then those 2. Like, what the shit? Why would they do that? Ah, you fuckers. I hate them. And they just dropped their shit armor set, which you can also purchase at that merchant guy back in Majula. But why would you buy it? Or does he sell the good pair? Either way, why would you get it? It's a shit armor set anyways. Looks like shit. Oh my god, I made it. I don't remember this guy being up here in vanilla version. Then again, I don't remember a lot of things from the vanilla version. One of the things I do remember about Dark Souls 2 was that its falling damage was complete and utter bullshit. I mean, seriously, your character could fall like 3 feet and you'd lose half your HP. It was so bad. I don't know if they fixed... I don't think they fixed that in Scholar of the First Sin. I think they just kind of left it. Don't know why. Oh, you motherfucker. Get down. Oh, alright. I guess 2 hits was all it needed to knock me off my balance. Good job. Idiot. You know, I preferred looking like beef jerky in 1 than looking like one of the fucking extras from The Evil Dead. That's what I prefer. I mean, even in 3, you had the option to look like beef jerky. But then again, in 3, it looked a lot better than it did, and I don't know how that hit me. That guy didn't... if I drop down there, I will get killed. From the fall damage and him. Finally, a good fucking weapon. Damn it. Oh my god. It's already half busted. There we go. Now we got a reliable weapon. excuse me. I am sorry, I burp a lot, and I'm sorry if people are not okay with that. Right. Weapon durability in this game also is complete and utter trash. But this was the game where they added weapon durability would be restored whenever you rested at a bonfire. So, in turn, they made it so weapons break a lot more easily. But I think they did it a little too much. I think in 3 it worked out a lot better, where weapons would degrade, but your weapons would degrade at a rate that was close enough. But then again, Dark Souls 3 also fucked that up by putting bonfires like everywhere. So I don't think I've ever had a weapon break on me in 3, just because they put like a bonfire at every street corner. Congratulations, you beat the boss. Here's a bonfire. Congratulations, you just entered a new area. Here's a bonfire. Congratulations, you walked 2 steps. Here's another bonfire. Like, it just got so excessive. We didn't need that many that many bonfires. I have an arrow in my. Never mind. I had an arrow in my body, but now I do not. Ah, now this. Who? Oh, you son of a bitch! The enemies over there are aggroed to me. I'm in like a completely different part of the world. Well, at least in this area, I'm in a different part. What a little I'm gonna murder him. I'm going to murder the shit out of him. I'll beat him to death with bare hands. That's what I'll do. Oh yeah, and if you wanted a good starting weapon, I can't remember if it's in this version or not. There's the fire lawn sword, which is down there. Not that one, but it's like in a tunnel. And that's a good starting weapon for like 2 areas until it's not. Magic fire bombs or the witching urns. I'm sorry. Rolling through those, my little rolling trick does not work on those doors. It only works on like the one-handed doors. Wait, I don't know why I rested there. I didn't need to. I had all my my Estus. This bitch sells. The club is a good weapon. It has an 8 scaling and strength right out the bat. Like, that's really. Oh my god! And then the Cestus has a. Wow. Yeah. Get the shit blacksmith his key to his shit workshop because he's shit at what he does. Oh, the bright bugs. Inflict more damage, receive. This is easy mode. These things are Dark Souls 2 easy mode. And then that's another thing. You cannot use them as a phantom. You can't. Like, it's just for easy mode for PvE. That's all it's for. And that's so dumb. That's just so dumb. This storage you need a key for. Good thing I had the key. It's dark in here. I use a torch, but in this game you have to fucking light it at the bonfire or like a fire source. Hand axe. I'm gonna do that so much. Yeah, I think this works better. You don't need a key for that door, I just like breaking it. And this guy thinks he's sneaky. I'm trying to... Oh, I got it. I did the parry. Oh! Right, parrying in this game is completely different than the other two. You have to wait for them to fall on their ass before you actually do your riposte. I remember this killed a lot of people just because fall damage in Dark Souls 2. Divine Blessing. Okay, let's just pop open the shortcut. Oh wait, I don't actually have any firebombs on me. Shit. Yeah, exhaust her dialogue until she says it's high time to pick up and go. Then she'll go back to Majula. I think after you beat the last giant, that's when she'll piss off. And she is your source for life gems, and that's kind of... Oh, and she sells the armor sets of killed NPCs. The armor guy does not partake in the the armor sets of dead men, unless they're bosses. All right, let's see if I can do this right. Nope. Or did they? Or was that not in? No, that should be in Scholar. Whatever. That should be in Scholar. God, after you play Bloodborne in 3, 2 and 1 feel so slow in comparison. And they are, but, well, 1 isn't as slow as 2 is. 2 is very slow. Like, look at these guys' attack animations, how slow they are. How slow your guys' attack animations are. Even with fast weapons like scimitars and katanas, your attacks are just so completely slow. It's embarrassing. That one you actually need a key for, you can't break it. I remember a lot of people tried to jump down there, trying to get the items down there without, like, trying to skip the key you need to get in there. And they would all die because they did not have the health and Dark Souls 2 fall damage. That's, like, the only reasons. Right, Dark Souls 2 also had the whole, I'm pretty sure half, or more than half of all the enemies you meet in this game are plain dead. As if like, oh surprise, we weren't dead at all, haha. And yeah, that's all they really did. The Turtle Knights. Ah, fucker. Look how slow that, and look how slow your health goes, like, regens, too. Oh, okay, that's not good at all. Oh, hello. Were those guys always able to proc the flame barrels? I don't think they were. Oh, this guy. Yeah, I said I'd do it, and I did it. Killed him with my bare hand. You cocksucker. Come on. What? No. Oh, these spear guys are the worst. Just because of their shield. They never drop it. Ah, shit. Come on. Oh, right here. Ah, come on. You got a better arm than that. You got a better arm than that. Come on. Ah, come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. You can throw the football. Oh, you roll predicting piece of shit. Oh, he did it again! He's so cheeky. He is so cheeky. Come on. How? Just... How? Oh, and now he's not. Alright, well... Maybe I should have gotten an extra firebomb so I could do it myself. Maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't have, I don't know. Like that, I took a little tick of damage from that fall. Like that small of a fall did like a tiny tick of damage. It shouldn't have done any. Oh yeah, there's Pate, the left part of the left brain of Patches because he never made it into this game. Good job. You killed your own guy. Good job. God, I hate that thrust that they do. I hate that. Oh, and they back. They're just being the worst. They're just being the worst. Oh, shit. Huh. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to. Alright, that could have worked out better if my plunging attack wasn't complete and utter trash, but I can't complain. I cannot complain. Oh, I don't have the lockstone. Oh well. Great Soul Arrow, and then... Okay, those are the same. Those are the same. This is almost like my first playthrough of the first Sid version all over again, despite the fact this is like my only... No, this is my second character. I only ever played through this game once. Wow, I never bothered. Alright, I got this called the first Sid version before Dark Souls 3 was released, but after it was announced and I needed something to just sink my teeth into, and Dark Souls 2 was, you know, there. But I wanted to play on the PS4. I wanted to play a next-gen game on my PS4, and Bloodborne was there, but I don't know. I wanted to play a Dark Souls. Bloodborne isn't Dark Souls. They just borrowed a lot of things from it. Yeah, you see that? Like, the spear guy doesn't have his shield up at all, but he's, like, getting these attacks off. I hate that. Bastards. Die. You as well. Die. Ugh, I hate Longsword guys aren't that bad. I don't know why I thought that was a mimic. The Longsword guys aren't that bad, it's just the Spear and the Halberd guys that piss me off, like, to no end. Their moveset just makes me angry. Because it's, like, against you. I mean, they're enemies, their whole point is to kill you, but you get what I mean. Is that even a trap? The crossbow is more of a trap than poison gas. I need that Ferrous Lockstone, but it's so expensive. Okay. That leaves a lot more to do, but I am already sick of playing this. I think I will continue this, though. I think I will continue playing this and streaming the parts and then keeping them on YouTube. If you guys enjoyed it, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and thanks. I will post more of these in the future, along with maybe some other things. And, yeah. Goodbye.